Welcome to the Light, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
Hi, and welcome to Lights, Camera, Rant. Here's your trusty host, Madaline.
No. That's my line. And now you've confused everyone who listens to this podcast.
My job is done.
Then again, probably I confuse everyone more than you do. But yes, hi.
You do yours. Off you go.
Hi, yes. Welcome everybody for another edition of Lights, Camera, Rant. This particular episode, we're doing Christmas with the missus.
Yep.
As a Christmas special to get you guys pumped and amped and ready for the Christmas season, which is already upon us, but we wanted to talk about our best recommendations, our favourite Christmas movies that you need to watch before the big day, which is not very far.
I know, it's only 4 days away. My God.
It's 2 days away. It's 2 days away when this episode will release. Yeah, it's alright.
Sorry.
It's alright. Marked it the other day when we recorded our episode. He was like, oh, it's this Friday. He's like, no, it's next Friday. I'm like, no, it's this Friday.
Get the hint from the wink.
Yes. So, we are obviously recording this episode early. It's only, when this episode comes to air, it will only be 2 days to the big day.
Ooh.
Yes. So, hopefully you guys have all done your Christmas shopping and get ready to be full, tired, and overstuffed.
Yep.
And hot.
Yes. In Australia, it is going to be 25 or 29 degrees.
Yeah, roughly around. For anyone who's listening internationally, we don't have a cold Christmas at all. Christmas Day is wearing thongs and a t-shirt, or thongs or a tank top.
Yep, and a hat and sunscreen.
And
drinking lots of water.
Yep, and sweating while you're having lunch.
It's divine.
It's great,
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, your first thought is, I'm glad I don't have to see these people for another year. But yes, so Christmas is not far away, and obviously, Maddie, it's been your first appearance on the podcast was episode 8, so 22 episodes later.
Yeah.
That's a lot that's happened.
Yeah, we've been in and out of lockdowns. We were at the start of the year and now we're at the end of the year. So, a lot has been happening. A lot of things have been watched.
Yes. So you're enjoying Hawkeye at the moment.
Hawkeye is great because it's not too out of this world. The ones like Loki, too out of this world, not interested.
Loki was so good.
Nah.
Loki was so good.
I didn't even watch Falcon. I don't know why I didn't watch Falcon.
Falcon, you would have really liked Falcon.
Okay, yeah. Loki I started off, but it was just too out of this world.
But it was very low key.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, Hawkeye, it's just got that comedic element. I like it. I'm interested to see what the last episode's going to be like.
Yeah, so obviously as we're recording this, we haven't seen the last episode yet.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the last episode. But hands down, I will argue this with anyone. WandaVision takes the cake with that.
Now, I can't remember if we actually spoke this in the last episode, but that has been your favourite Disney Plus show so far.
Yeah.
Correct? Which, discussing with you multiple times, after all the shows that you have watched this year, you found that the most gut-wrenching.
Yeah, that one made me cry. That one was really sad.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you cried.
Because it really was just
pain and suffering and loss
that caused it all, and she ended up with nothing at the end as well, and it literally was an accumulation of her grief. Like, it was just sad.
Yes,
it was sad.
It was. That's that's the most gut-wrenching. And look, Hawkeye has had its moments so far. Every time he reflects on that,
I know it's really funny because, I always think, did he kind of love Nat? Was it just a friendship, or did he actually really love her?
Yeah, I think he loved her as a friend that he could always rely on, and she was always there for him. He could always trust.
Yeah.
And she could trust him as well, yet out of all the people they've killed...
Why did it have to be her?
Well, technically, it's because Captain America's fault because they split up in teams and he chose for them two to go together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he didn't know what the cost of the Soul Stone would be.
Exactly.
No. But WandaVision has made you... obviously, you're going to watch Doctor Strange 2 when that comes out. Because you like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home was good. However, I will just say that it was a bit... The word pointless is not the right word. However, everything happened because he wanted to get his friends into university. Like, every bad thing happened.
Oh, not just because of that. He also... No, because of the fact he didn't want his girlfriend and his best friend to suffer.
I know, but because of that, this, like, mammoth task happened. And then, at the very end, he was... Spoilers.
Can
I say it?
Well, yeah, you can now.
Okay.
You can now because I've said spoilers.
Don't listen if you haven't watched it. But yeah.
Actually, no. Go back, watch No Way Home, and then come back and listen to this.
Yeah, and then, I won't say what happened, but then at the end, we all know what happened if you've watched it. And I'm kind of like, there was no win in this whole movie.
There was a win. You got Toby and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, but...
I
didn't know who Andrew Garfield was before this. I didn't know. Haven't seen that Spider-Man movie. You're crazy. Movies. Sorry. I knew Tobey Maguire is the OG. He's the one I knew. And I wish...
So when the second Spider-Man came up,
I had no idea who he was and why people were cheering. So
you were like, who's this random person on the screen?
I know. I thought they recast him. I thought that was meant to be Tobey Maguire. I'm thinking, well, that's not him. Obviously, they couldn't get Toby.
Even though it was a different suit, different height, different look.
Didn't know. Well, I knew the different looks because I thought they recast him. Didn't realise the suit was different. When they were all there, I was like, oh, yeah, there is a difference in their suits. Yeah. But anywho, it was good to see. But I did kind of go...
Did a packed cinema make you nervous? Coming back to a packed cinema?
Yeah.
That's the first one that you've actually come with me in.
First time
the
since
gang.
out of lockdown.
Since out of lockdown, and the irony in all that is the fact that that's the biggest one. And we've seen Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Venom.
I haven't seen them.
No, there was a movie in between. We all watched all that. Oh no, actually no, I don't think there was. Yeah. But they weren't as full. They were probably about half or 3/4. That was a full packed cinema.
It's like you've been frightened into being close to people, and so now when there is people around, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, but it is. You have to try and get back to normal. But it was nice to go to the cinema. I did enjoy it. I thought it was very funny. I think that
it did. It was.
It really made me giggle.
It comes out of your body.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I know that. I was a bit like, can't they make their own webs? I didn't know that either.
No, only Toby comes through him.
But yeah, when I saw Doctor Strange had gone to see Wonder Woman for his next movie... Not Wonder Woman, wrong one. WandaVision. Wanda.
Vivian's dead!
Sorry, wrong. When Wanda, I was a bit like, ooh. That really interests me.
The trailer did drop... obviously, spoiler, at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home is actually a full trailer... or more of a teaser... It
was a teaser,
trailer for Doctor Strange 2.
Yes.
But there was... That was very... As I mentioned in my last episode, episode 3 of No Way Home, there was so much to break down that because it was more chop and change with scenes and small bits of dialogue. And
also, we just had this conversation that can Doctor Strange actually fix the multiverse if he doesn't remember Peter Parker?
Yeah, because if you clarify that, does he remember what he did to fix Peter Parker, to fix everything coming through? Which is a very valid point. The thing is, what happened at the end of Loki was the fact that, long story short, the multiverse is happening. So it's already in motion.
So Spider-Man No Way Home kind of just added to it.
Added to it, yes.
And so when I saw Wanda, I was a bit like... So I'm very interested.
Are you going to still come with me, even though the fact that this is going to be the first, which you're labeling it, this is going to be for the first MCU horror movie. And the
Doctor Strange.
And the guy who's directing it, Sam Raimi, who actually directed the original trilogy of Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, same director. But he's also done horror movies in the past.
I'm not seeing a horror movie.
It's meant to be the first horror movie.
Nope. I cherish my sleep.
You sure?
I can't watch horror.
I don't know how horror... It's not going to be bloody murder, but...
Oh,
you should see her face right now. She looks nervous.
I'll come back to you.
But yes, Kevin Feige wants to make it a little bit more horrific.
Oh.
Well, you got a nice hard movie like No Way Home. You got to chop and change.
Yeah, but just no horror. No horror.
But that's going to come on later. That's obviously that's not here until next year, which is really scary because that's right around the corner. But anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed them. Glad you enjoyed No Way Home. Obviously, we also, as I shown to Maddie when we went and saw it, there was really no point for masks.
No.
In the theatre.
Not when you're trying to eat popcorn and drink.
No.
Drink.
No, and when you gobsmacked the whole time.
Yes.
Because that was such a good movie. You should definitely go listen to episode 30 of my full review of that movie. So you go first. What is Christmas to you?
Oh. I don't know. It means so many different things. I like it because you see family. You see everyone.
That's a plus. That's also a minus.
So I'm actually terrible at gifts. Whenever I buy a gift, I just want to tell someone or give it to them straight away. So the fact that I've had your present leave for the last 2 months has been killing me. I
know, and I enjoy that it's killing you.
Sorry. It's not a huge thing to me, I'm just going to say. It's not a huge thing for me. It's more just I like being around family and seeing everyone, trying to see everyone as best as we can.
Trying is probably the biggest word in all of that.
I love the lead up. I think it's the day is exhausting, but the lead up, like when you put your Christmas tree up and...
The music
and the baubles and the decorations. I mean, trying to decorate a Christmas tree with a 18-month-old puppy is incredibly challenging.
Oh, so he's still a puppy, is he?
Oh. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes he's a terror.
No, he's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yes.
Let me correct you on that.
And yeah, just getting little knickknacks here and there. I do like that, actually. But the actual day is nice, but also very exhausting.
Yeah, yes, it is.
What does it mean for you?
Christmas means for me is that special time of the year where Jesus rises from the grave. Oh wait, that's Easter. Sorry. No, Christmas means to me the fact, it just seems that everyone's just that little bit more chirpier. Everyone's a little bit more happier because with the Christmas spirit, which is kind of nice. Trying to put the Christmas tree, the lights, and seeing the kids' faces when the Santa's just around the corner. Which I don't know if you saw the other day, but I saw a TikTok where a kid went up to Alexa, and asked if Santa was real. And it turned around and goes, no, Santa's not real. And the dad's running to Alexa to try and turn it off. Which apparently other kids have done as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, spoil it. Biggest spoiler.
Yeah.
Ever. Anyway, and just seeing the kids all happy when they open their presents, getting presents for everybody, and obviously cranking out all the Christmas movies, which is why we're up to this episode.
Yep. That's probably the highlight: the Christmas movies and the Christmas music.
Yeah, the Christmas movies, because it gets to the point where people either really love it or they get really annoyed, so you turn up louder.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the movies is what we're going to be talking about today.
Yes, we're going to talk about the movies, our recommendations for what you should watch, as well as the top 10 voted popular movies on IMDb.
Yes, not voted by us, but by...
But we're also going to let you... IMDb, yes, but we'll also let you know exactly what our personal recommendations are.
Okay.
Alright, so a bit of both.
Alrighty.
So, alright, let's go. So, very top of the list, which has long been debated, which... Yes, I think you should watch this on Christmas Day. Oh, sorry, before Christmas. I think you should watch it. Because this is 110% a Christmas movie, which is Die Hard.
And it has Alan Rickman in it.
Yes. Yes, it does. What other famous roles has Alec Rickman done?
He has done Severus Snape in Harry Potter.
Yeah, and?
He's actually... Blackadder? No, that's Rowan Atkinson.
That's Rowan Atkinson. Actually, we were talking about this movie the other day. He's kind of a prick in the movie.
Can I have a clue?
Love Actually.
Oh yeah, Love Actually. I haven't actually seen that one, to be quite honest with you. I've seen snippets.
I thought you had seen that one.
Nah, snippets.
Oh, because when he gives the jewelry box to... Remember with the fact he... you probably won't. It's a real shattering scene because the fact that he's married and his wife thinks he's getting something really nice, and because she finds it, and then what she finds out, he actually gets her something different, actually lay him a present, and he gives this prize necklace, this really nice jewelry necklace, to his secretary.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much.
Dog
and it's actually quite funny because Rowan Atkinson is actually in that movie.
Yes, he is in.
Yeah, because he does the present and he keeps wrapping it and wrapping it and wrapping it, and dusts it off for him.
That's another amazing actor, Rowan Atkinson.
Mr. Bean. But yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, which Manny did make us watch actually a couple of weeks ago with my parents.
Yes.
And
it was good.
It was good.
Very good.
Yeah. It hasn't actually aged that badly.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Nothing looked too out of place. I just didn't realise that Dick from Ghostbusters is in that too. The news reporter.
Oh, the one
that tracked down the kids and but how wrong was that?
Bruce Willis is amazing though. I thought he was really good in that.
He was really good in that, and the average Joe type. And if you do actually look on Amazon, you can actually, probably other places, but only because I remember Amazon, is you can get a child's book or kid's book, Christmas book of Die Hard. Oh. Yeah.
I don't think I'd do that.
It's just as violent to a degree, but it's all written and drawn like a Christmas book.
Oh, gosh.
But definitely have to watch Die Hard. And if you don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, please leave this episode right now. It is a Christmas movie.
Because it has a Christmas tree in it.
No, because it's Christmas
and he's coming
season.
home for Christmas.
You could always ask you the fact that Harry Potter's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not.
One of them is. One of them is very Christmassy.
For 5 minutes. Because there was snow and Hagrid was bringing in a Christmas tree. That is certainly not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, which movie?
Number 1. Philosopher's Stone.
That.
When they were staying, because Ron's parents were in Romania with their sons, they had to stay at Hogwarts. Thank you, yes.
Most impressive. Which...
Don't challenge me on Harry Potter stuff.
Well, probably the only thing is we watched Harry Potter actually recently, and the CGI kind of doesn't hold up anymore on that one.
Still an absolute classic.
Yes. Which, are you going to watch the HBO Max reunion?
I would like to if we can watch HBO Max.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have HBO Max in Australia.
Yeah.
It's something to do with it works through Binge.
It's really annoying.
Binge is like the least popular streaming service that anyone has.
Do we have Binge in Australia?
No. Oh. Yes.
Oh, we do?
We do have Binge.
Oh, okay.
But see, there you go. There's a good point. Like, no one goes, oh, what do you have? Oh, I have Binge. The only time I ever used Binged was to watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League.
Ah, okay.
Which was 3 hours, and I'm not going to put you through that. Actually, no, sorry, it was 4 hours. That movie's 4 hours long.
Oh gosh, no thanks.
It's a solid though. It's a good movie.
Are we ready?
Would you put Die Hard in your personal list?
I would watch Die Hard again, hands down, yes.
Okay. All right.
Number 2. Shall I introduce this one?
All right, you can introduce.
This one is an absolute classic. So if you would like, just picture this. If you would like this is a proper Christmas movie.
Oh, okay. Does it have a sequel?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, really? Really? I feel... I didn't know that. I feel like I only recently discovered the fact that it had a sequel.
Yeah, well, they're also in the sequel. Anywho...
Are they? Is there another one after that?
Shut up. If you would like to watch a movie that has comedy, that has action, that's an actual Christmas film, and... How else could you describe it?
Well, but
it's just very witty.
He has a lot in common with Batman. You give them enough prep time, they're both a threat to who's ever coming to them.
I just think Home Alone is just an absolute classic. Home Alone 1. Have not seen 2 or 3. I don't
Or
think,
4, or the reboot.
Yeah, I'm not... Sometimes I just think if it's not broken, don't fix it.
But the second one's just as good as the first one.
No, I'm not even going to
You
go
haven't
there.
seen the second one.
I'm already judging it. But Home Alone number 1 is just... It's funny. Like, the way that he prepares everything for the robbers coming into the house, it just... There's some, like, belly laughter moments, especially with the spider...
It is. Oh, I hate that moment. Yeah.
There's also like frustrating moments in it, like when the mum just can't get back from France. I think they went to France, wasn't it?
I feel like we watched it recently, actually.
Yeah, I think they'll come back from France, and she just could not get home in time, and that was just so frustrating.
No, they're on the plane. Yeah, she's a bad mother too.
Yeah, well,
all those kids are mean to him.
I know. Yeah, and the pizza and stuff, and everything at the start of the movie. It's just
yeah. Looking back on it, when you watch it, you realise how bad the family is to Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. And also the scene like downstairs when he went into the
into the nail.
No. Oh, no, not that.
With the barefoot.
Yeah, that always makes you cringe. No, when he went downstairs into like the basement, and then there was that big fireplace that always frightened him.
The furnace.
Yeah, it always reminded me of like my childhood, because there's always be things like in your house or something that you'd always be frightened of. I was always frightened people would jump up from behind the couch to frighten me. Yeah. Anywho.
No, Home Alone is really good.
Yeah.
And that holds up the test of time. That's still
a
up.
go-to.
Probably the only thing that makes you really question it is the fact that how does the dad afford that house with that family and think, yeah, he's a drug dealer, he's selling coke. That's the only way. It's the biggest house on the lot. And he has that many kids? Yeah.
No, they're not all his kids. They're all nieces and nephews.
Oh, sorry. Yes, right. Yeah, sorry. But he has the whole house.
2... Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's an absolute classic. I would happily watch that.
You should watch the second one.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's just as funny. It's got Donald Trump in it.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it does. He's in for a small cameo. Oh. Yes. But no, Home Alone is a real feel-good movie, and the fact is, it just, especially if you watch it with a family, it's really good. It just, I can't stop laughing though. I think the second one is just as funny, but then the third and fourth just there.
Well, the second one came in at number 5 on the must-watch list.
Well, see?
Lost in New York.
Actually, no, because that's still at Christmas too. Because they forget him again, because she's a shit mum.
How many times can you forget your child?
I don't know, that's why they never made a third one with the kid, because it just looks like child abuse.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so that's our personal recommendation. So, third one?
Hands down, have not seen it.
What's the third one?
Edward Scissorhand.
That's a great Christmas movie. It's actually really sad. It's got Johnny Depp in it.
I know. Is it a horror?
No. So it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, it's a Tim Burton film.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton.
It's a bit quirky.
Yeah. So what happens is that this guy makes a human, right? But the really sad thing is that he makes a human, and he's an old guy. And what happens? He's got scissors for hands, right? As he's about to do the last about to turn and give him hands, right? He passed away.
Oh.
So Johnny Depp's character's been living in this mansion, and when he finally comes down, he interacts with the whole town and everything. But his special ability is that he can perfectly sculpt ice sculptures because of his. Oh. And he falls in love with this chick, and he can perfectly sculpt her.
Oh, it's a love story.
It's a love story. And the really sad thing, spoiler alert, the really sad thing at the end is that he doesn't end up with her. Oh. And she doesn't go to find him because he's sculpting her when she was young. She doesn't want to go see him when she's old. Oh. But it's monster go away, like the Frankenstein kind of thing. The town goes against him. There's also a really funny bit with the fact they give him a bed to lay on, and it's a waterbed.
Oh, they didn't think that one through.
But Edward Scissorhands, Johnny Depp, Tim Burton, That's all you have to say. You need to watch that, and it has 110% a Christmas movie.
Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm. So it's number 4.
I don't know this one. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, it's a wonderful life. It's so wonderful.
Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it. I've seen snippets. So this movie is old as sin. So it's like an old movie. It's like a timely Christmas movie. Back from like the 60s. It's the 60s,
1946.
Oh yeah, you go 50s actually.
Yeah.
It's one of those old timey Christmas movies. But it's a feel good, and it's a feel good kind of like cliche kind of 50s
very
time.
Predictable.
Very, Christmas is gonna come, kiddo.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, yeah. And that's like timely. If you go back and watch 90s Christmas movies, like the Santa Claus and stuff like that, it's playing in the background. It's always playing in the background. Or someone always says, "Oh, you're gonna
trusty, reliable."
Or do you want to watch It's a Wonderful Life?
Yep.
Yeah,
Trusty,
it's
reliable.
basically. But from our generation, you don't need to watch it.
No.
It's none of our personal picks. Obviously, for your parents, it might be, but for us, it's really not.
I don't think I'd probably, if it was on TV, I'd probably listen to it, but I probably wouldn't go out and watch it.
It's only a matter of time before. The fact it gets remade. It's just like how, what's it called? I can't think of it right now. The movie that's coming out right now, which is a remake, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's a stage play. No, it's the new Steven Spielberg movie. Which you have no idea.
No.
Nah.
Sorry.
Anyway, what's the next one?
Home Away 2.
Home Away?
Sorry, not Home Away. Home Alone 2.
Yes, Home Alone 2, yeah.
And then...
Which you should watch. It's just as funny as the first one.
Yes. Number 6.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Before Christmas and Discuss.
You haven't seen that.
Yes, I have. I watched it with you.
Oh, yes, you have.
Shows how good your memory is.
Oh,
yes.
So that is...
Another Tim Burton.
Yeah, and that...
No, it's not.
It's Tim Burton.
Is it?
It's Tim Burton. Yeah.
Oh.
It's Tim Burton. He didn't direct it, but he's...
you can tell
story.
it's very... Yeah.
That Nightmare Before Christmas is a great Christmas movie. And it's actually kind of sad at the end, but the singing... It's got singing in it. You liked it. No, you did like it.
It was... I'm not a huge quirky... movie kind of.
I watched this movie as I was a kid, and I loved it so much.
You always, if there's a Christmas movie, you always go The Nightmare Before Christmas. You always seem to go straight to that pick.
Yeah, because it's a twist on an old tale. So basically, Jack Skellington, who's the fact who he's the man for Halloween. He does it multiple times, and eventually he gets bored.
Yep.
And what he does, he falls into Christmas world, and he wants to do Christmas. So shenanigans all the way when they're trying to have the Pumpkin King of Halloween. But the stop motion is fantastic. So it's a stop motion film similar to The Corpse Bride, but it does it very well. Like even the special effects all hold up. It doesn't look too
very well made.
It's and the patience you would have to make a stop motion movie. But the singing's good as well.
Yep.
Which true fact is that the actor didn't actually sing. There's actually another person who sings for him. But they have a very similar voice.
There you go.
But no, that's very good as well. As what they did is a few years ago now, they released it in 3D. Right?
Oh.
They released it in 3D. But what they did was at the same time is they got artists to cover the tracks from the original track of the movie. So the original track of the movie has like Marilyn Manson, Rise Against, and a couple other bands as well, singing the same songs.
There you go.
But definitely, Nightmare Before Christmas you need to watch, which we need to still watch too.
I've watched it.
No, we need to watch it again. It's a new Christmas.
Okay.
Alright, what's the next one?
The next two, hands down, are my favourite. Just a little disclaimer.
Personal recommendations?
Probably the one after this will be my absolute go-to. I cannot stand this actor. I don't
know
watch
why.
him.
He's hilarious.
Okay, so number 7 is Elf with Will Ferrell. Ferrell. I can't stand him in other movies.
Talladega Nights.
Huh?
Talladega Nights.
No, don't even know it. However, in Elf, he does an amazing job. And I only watched this last week, given it was the last week of school.
Would you like to know a trivia fact?
What's your trivia fact?
Why? She just rolled her eyes, everybody. No, the fact this is actually directed by John Favreau.
Yes. Who's that?
Happy Hogan in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Really?
Yes. He directed the first 2 Iron Men.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So he was actually credited to pushing Marvel Studios to cast Robert Downey Jr.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you are. Well done. No, I really like Elf because it's just a funny movie.
It is.
He does a damn good job in it.
Especially with Peter Dinklage.
Is that the dad?
No, that's the dwarf, the short guy.
Oh, when he goes,
he calls
call
him
me an elf one more time. You're an elf.
Yeah.
That was so funny. The cringe moments would be when he picked off the chewing gum on the sidewalk and ate it. That scene, that makes me ugh. And
yes.
the other scene that made me cringe was when he made his family breakfast.
Oh, the spaghetti.
Spaghetti with maple syrup and marshmallows and chocolate.
He actually ate that.
Yuck.
Oh.
But, his love for Christmas was just... It was adorable.
You wish more people had that much love for Christmas.
And when he was having a go at Santa, saying that he wasn't Santa, and then he pulled his beard off.
Oh, that's right.
That was hilarious.
What was it? You're a phony or you're a fake.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh no, you sit on a throne of lies.
Yeah, he was funny. I'll happily watch that.
No, the Elf's really good. It's definitely some good. Was it a good camera angles to figure Will Ferrell to the rest of the elves? Mm-hmm. Obviously, because they're all normal size, duh.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I'm pretty sure Elf actually has. It's funny if you said it. Elf actually has an adult version. Actually, well, not the adult version. The adult person of the kid that's actually in The Wonderful Life. The Christmas movie that we actually spoke. He plays an elf in it.
Oh, in the actual Wonderful Life.
Yeah. So he.
How do you know this stuff?
That's why exactly what built this podcast on.
Oh my god. But no.
But no, Elf's really good, and actually Will Ferrell actually turned down reprising the role because the studio wanted to make a sequel.
And he didn't want to because it was already pretty good.
It was already pretty good, which I think is right. You don't need to make an Elf 2.
No,
that's too many elves.
Definitely a traditional Christmas movie. Definitely one to watch with the kids.
Yes.
And
yes,
you will have some belly laughters.
Yes, it's very funny.
Okay.
It's kind of sad. At the end, when of course Santa's sleigh because there's not enough Christmas spirit, but then straight up.
Yeah.
All right. So next pick. So this particular one is your favorite.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend this movie because this is one of our favorite Christmas movies together.
And it has our favorite actor in it, Mr. Jim Carrey.
Yes.
It's just hands down my favorite.
Yep. Go.
The Grinch.
The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yep. Yeah. There are so many lines in The Grinch that we quote.
There's so many ones that are quoted on TikTok as well. What will I wear?
That's it. I'm not going.
That's it. I'm not going. It's a coat, Max.
Yeah, I just think... he's just incredible.
No, that's a really good movie. The Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. It's sad the fact that it had actually averaged poor reviews when it came out.
Really? Well,
it did. But it did. I actually looked back and went on it. I was very surprised because I remember when this came out, I loved it. I loved this as a kid.
It can be a bit like for rated G. It can be a bit dark. I have to admit. There are some parts where you're a bit like, ooh, it's a little bit scary. Like when he's stealing all the presents.
You're the
Grinch. Yeah. But it's a typical Dr. Zeus. So many Dr. Zeus features, like Whoville and stuff, and it's just funny.
Do you know, I can't remember if I actually told you, when I went to America, we did the Universal tour. They've still got the whole, on leftover sets, they've still got the town.
Oh.
The houses they had?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've still actually got bits and pieces from that.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
No. You couldn't actually go in it or anything. It was more of a drive-by. But yeah, they've still got all that. But no, that was actually it's a really good feel feel-good movie, as well as I'm pretty sure the little girl in it, she's actually in a heavy metal band.
Something Lou. Cindy Lou?
Yeah, she's in a heavy metal band. Yep, that's what she grew up to be.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I just think that Jim Carrey did an amazing job. There's so many lines that we quote throughout the year that just make me giggle.
I have to show you. He was doing the promotion tour for Sonic, and someone was actually talking about the Grinch, and he said he was walking somewhere, and this mum and this dad, or his dad or the kid, and the dad was like, "That's the Grinch," and the kid was like, "No, it's not." And Dad's like, "That's the Grinch." And Jim Carrey saw, and then he did the smile.
Oh.
You know, when he looks into the camera when he realizes the evil plan, and the kid freaked out because
yeah,
because Jim Carrey has that really big Joker smile.
God, isn't he good? I think he's an awesome actor.
And I can't wait for Sonic 2. That looks so funny, just with that giant moustache.
Hands down, best actor in Ace Ventura: Pet Detectives.
It's because he is the only actor.
I know. No, he's the best actor, especially because of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Oh, yes. Would you like to know a little trivia fact before we move on?
Sure.
Good.
I didn't have a choice.
No, so Jim Carrey, we're actually in... Ace Ventura, The Mask, and I think The Truman Show... Oh, no, sorry, Dumb and Dumber, all released in the same year.
Liar?
No.
Oh, okay.
Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and what...
Truman Show.
No. It's The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, sorry.
Yeah.
Those three all released in the same year. But before that, he wrote a check to himself that was for like $1 million, and he put it in his wallet, right? As like a premonition, or
Money's coming to me.
Money's coming to him, and they all released all in the same year. And at the end of the year, he could cash that check because all three did so well.
Gosh,
but like that, that was like one of the best years you could have in an actor because they were all hits.
They're all classics.
Yeah.
Oh, I just think he's just great.
All right, so definitely personal choice.
Oh,
The Grinch.
Watch it.
All right, so you haven't seen this movie, but we're going to be watching it on Christmas Eve with my family. Is The Polar Express.
Yes.
I was very surprised that you haven't seen this.
I'm excited because it's got Tom Hanks in it, and I really like Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks plays 3 roles in it.
Who does he play? Obviously, the conductor.
I'm not telling you the rest.
Oh, yeah.
That's a spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
The Polar Express.
Well, don't say too much because you might give it away.
Well, too bad. I'll make sure to be careful. Now, The Polar Express is a really good Christmas movie. I went and saw this at the Pictures was when this came out because of the fact that I'm a big fan of trains. There's obviously a giant train in it, but the CGI in this is immeasurable. I remember when it came, it's near perfect. A whole CGI of it, and it's a really good story. And it's obviously got Christmas all it. You gotta love it. But anyway, anyone who grew up, if you have watched this, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's a perfect Christmas movie, and it gets you in that spirit, and it makes you really similar like Alf. You regain that Christmas spirit. Okay. All right. So
I hope I'm not disappointed.
No, you weren't disappointed when we watched No Way Home.
No.
Exactly right.
A little bit, no.
Now, this next movie I actually haven't seen. I've only seen bits and pieces.
I reckon what we should do is we'll say the next movie and then we'll both say our personal favourite after this. So
the next on the idea is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Haven't seen it.
Do you know who Chevy Chase is?
No.
They made this movie and 2 others. It's a vacation movie one.
Really? I mean, Christmas Vacation doesn't give...
It's a trilogy of movies.
Oh.
He's really funny in it, actually. Nah, obviously, if you've seen National Lampoon, it's really good. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the Christmas one. What's after that is Bad Santa. Bad Santa is a good movie, but you would not like it, Maddie.
No, it's not a children's movie.
No.
Do you know, I have to admit, I'm so surprised that the Santa Claus came in number 15.
I don't know. This
That's
is what
a classic.
That's what people voted. The Santa Claus is my second to No Way Before Christmas. Sorry, No Way Before Christmas. No Way Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. That is one of my all-time favorite Christmas
That
movies.
one's aged a lot though.
It has when you watched it.
Yeah.
When you watch it, because how the music, what they're cooking, what they're
Their
what
clothing.
their clothing.
Yeah.
The psychiatrist is a dick. But it's actually really funny, and I just love the fact it's like you killed Santa. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, but that's really good. You have to watch that. You don't need to watch 2 or 3 if you don't want to, but definitely watch number 1. That is a perfect 90s kids Christmas movie growing up.
Yep.
Right up there.
And I would say, if yours is the Santa Claus, my probably number... I don't know which one would be number 1. It'd either be my first or second, and it has the same actor that I love, Jim Carrey, and it has to be A Christmas Carol.
Which was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who also directed the original Back to the Future trilogy.
That's not a Christmas movie.
No, but that is a heartwarming, fantastic movie. And
Anywho,
I will fight anyone that disregards it.
the trilogy.
Says it's shit.
It's shit.
Wow. This episode ends abruptly. Now, the Christmas Carol, obviously, the Christmas Carol has been done many, many, many times.
This is the best
one.
one.
There's a Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart. There's a Christmas Carol with the Muppets, and I'm pretty sure Scrooge is played by Michael Caine.
I'm not sure, because I haven't seen any other Christmas carols, so
Really?
I
You
can't...
haven't seen the Muppets one?
No, so I can't really... can't really comment on other ones. I just really like this one because it is so closely linked with the story. So when I read the book, I've read the book many times.
Who wrote the book?
Charles Dickens. And so when I was watching this, you could tell it was straight out of the actual story itself. But the animation...
The animation is really good.
Like, you can tell it's
very,
Jim Carrey. You can tell it's Colin Firth in it.
Yeah, well, that's similar to what Polar Express is.
Yes.
Same type of animation. It's near perfect.
And there's no, comedy elements, but there's a lot of Jim Carrey's personality and acting.
Yes. Did you also want to know the fact it didn't do very well at the box office?
Didn't it?
Came to average to poor reviews.
I wonder why.
I don't know. This is why I picked the most voted IMDb movies, because you see these movies and these aren't actually the highest rated or the most well done. It's more the fact what you remember of it.
Yeah, and it's funny, the ones that we actually really hold close to us aren't actually
the top ones.
Yeah, the Grinch that got released in 2018, the animated one, I did not like that.
I haven't actually seen that, but I know it's got Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
No,
You know who Benedict Cumberbatch is?
Yeah, I know. It's
Who?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. No, I really did not enjoy that at all. It just was a bit boring, to be quite honest with you.
No, it was made by the same people that made Despicable Me.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell in the animation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What about another really good Christmas movie what about Miracle on 31st Street?
I haven't seen it.
But it's got the actor of your all-time favorite kids movie.
Jim Carrey?
All-time favorite kids movie. All-time favorite kids movie.
Macaulay Culkin.
No!
Who?
It's the chick. It's directed by Danny DeVito. He's in it.
Matilda.
Matilda's in it.
I don't know what her name is, but Matilda. Oh, Matilda.
She's in it, and the guy from Jurassic Park.
Sam Neill.
No, David Attenborough's brother.
Is he an actor?
Yes. Yes. No, we need to watch. I'm surprised you haven't actually seen that.
What was it called again?
Miracle on 31st Street.
No.
It's those two movies came out within a year of each other. No joke.
I'm not kidding. I haven't seen it.
No, but just saying. So that's a really good movie, and that's also very much about a kid believing in Santa. Because what she does is she plays a little girl who her parents are split up, and she knows the truth that Santa's not real. But in all-time Christmas spirit movie is the fact that the Santa that she goes to sit on his lap and talk to him. Actually, the real Santa's actually come down to play a fake Santa and walk around, and actually, kids are nice, kids are bad, all like that. So she interacts with this Santa, and actually the Santa actually is the real Santa. It's a great.
There you go.
And actually, it's also a remake.
Do I need to watch it now?
I would, if you like the actor, I would recommend it.
Okay.
But was there any more on that list that you? Do you have any more personal recommendations?
No, I would just have to say I'm very surprised that Christmas Carol hasn't cracked the top 10.
No.
So
actually, no.
I'm very surprised about that. But no, all of my Christmas picks were on those lists.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any TV shows or any?
Do you know I do like Shrek?
Shrek the
and
Halls.
They have I think is it called Deck the Halls or is it called Shrek the Halls? Oh, it's called Shrek the Halls.
Because it's a play on Image.
Yeah. I do like that. That always comes out as a movie, but they always put it on the TV, I think, Christmas Eve for the kids.
Yeah.
So that's always nice to see. Like, when you see those things, you're like, oh, yeah, it is Christmas.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you had to see the Christmas carols come on and stuff like that.
You know what I've never enjoyed, really?
What?
Is that in Australia, what we have is... What do we have? It's the Candles by Candlelight.
Yeah.
I've actually never really enjoyed that.
Really? Oh.
Nah. Like, it's on
Fond
it's on the TV, but it's always like...
You need to go in person and have the little candle and...
No, because I like to get home at a normal time.
Then you look in the sky and they say that Santa's in his sleigh when it's actually just an aeroplane.
Yeah.
That's a fun event. You might need to have kids to do that because it's really good for the kids.
Of course.
When you see
do you remember NORAD?
Who?
Do you remember NORAD?
No.
No, so NORAD was a website you could go on to. NORAD is where they track like planes and satellites and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, you could actually go on their website at Christmas time, and their website would change for you to actually track Santa.
Oh my gosh!
But it was like a proper like you could see where he was going, where he's been, timestamps of which he's been, depending where you're in the world.
Oh wow!
I remember that because it was so cool. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to bed because he was headed to you next.
Oh gosh!
Yeah,
that's clever. That's very clever.
I know.
But yeah, other than that, I would say that
what about Scrooge? Remember what Scrooge with Bill Murray? Remember what Scrooge with Bill Murray with Mum and Dad?
I don't think I watched that.
I'm sure you watched it. I'm sure.
That was like Die Hard just before.
Oh, yes. Right before we ever saw the episode, I was like, oh, yeah, Die Hard's at the start. And she's like, I haven't seen this. I'm like, you picked it. You picked the movie.
I forgot. I've watched so many things.
It's the Christmas special of the DVD.
It's not a Christmas film. There's a Christmas tree, a little bit of snow, and it's in December. That's it. There's no reference to Santa Claus. There's nothing.
He still comes down he still, comes down.
Not in the movie.
Yes, he does. Well, Bruce Willis does.
I beg to differ with that one.
It's a Christmas movie. Yeah. But, I'm sure Scrooge with Bill Murray is also a good one you should watch. Bill Murray is very funny in that as well. I think that's actually my top picks.
I reckon.
Which I'm really glad the fact that all those people who did vote on IMDb, we obviously have all the similar things. But honestly, if everyone does get a chance, if you have a look at the list, and then if you flip it over to the most rated, it's a completely different list.
Oh, okay.
It's a completely different list, and it's surprising. Obviously, it's depends on what you grew up with.
Yeah.
But the fact seeing the list is completely different because obviously, if a movie's really well done, because obviously, The Grinch had poor reviews, didn't do well at the box office, yet it's a heartwarming film that everyone loves.
Yep, exactly.
Go
and watch The Grinch. You won't be disappointed.
Or do you want to go watch Die Hard?
There's a Die Hard 2.
Yeah, and?
3.
And?
4.
And?
5.
Yep, and?
6.
No. But yeah, look, guys. This is. I really hope you've enjoyed banter. It was lovely having you back on for this episode.
Great to be here.
This is the second last episode. I was recording this before the new year, which is really scary. Mm-hmm. But from all of us, obviously from this entire podcast, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, a safe holidays from myself and Madaline, and we enjoy the fact having you. Thank you for the past 30 weeks, past 30 weeks for joining us. And we plenty more to come for the new year. There'll be one more episode before the year is out, which will come out with 31st. Coming out for 31st is the last one.
Oh, there you go. Meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be. Yep. And then number 32 will be the first one in 2022.
Oh, there
what a
you
chance
go.
for that! And the scary, sobering reality: the fact that next year is actually 2022. So we could get a repeat of 2020.
Huh?
We could get a repeat of, because it's 2022.
Yep.
We could get a repeat of 2020.
A repeat of 2020 would be 2021.
No, no.
This is a joke because I don't get it.
No. 2020.
Oh! Okay, so for anyone at home, you have to write it down so you can see it. He's written 2020 and then written a 2 at the end.
Yeah, because that's what it's 2022. No, but...
Oh, God.
No, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And please let us know what your favourite pick movies are, especially if you have a different TV show or can't think of a Christmas video game. Nope. Nothing's come to mind. Or a Christmas movie. How does your list differ? What do you consider some of your all-time favourites?
Yep.
But look, I hope Santa does come to your house and you get everything you want for Christmas. And
have a wonderful and safe holidays. Make sure you take care of yourself. And we will see you for the next episode in a week's time. Well, Lee will.
Yeah, well, you're going to appear again, aren't you?
Maybe. I'll let you know how I go on the Polar Express.
Okay. Don't worry, you'll really like it. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us today's episode. And until next time...
See you later.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.